Hello, BookTube. Well, it's a bleak and barren Sunday. No books in the mail, no pitter patter of little feet from the postman, no packages dropping through the front door slot. It's a Sunday, there's no mail, and I doubt that anybody would be out anyway. uh, so I thought I would console myself, as I usually do, with a tag. And in this case, I was tagged by Britt, who tagged me in the Not a BookTube Newbie Tag that's been going around BookTube for people whose channels are not brand new anymore. When I first was tagged, I thought, well, no, surely I'm still a BookTube newbie. I haven't even been doing this a year. And then I thought, well, there are people doing this tag whose channels are younger than mine, and I've done 500 videos. That's not exactly. I don't think there's any way other than chronologically that you could call me a newbie anymore. So I'm doing the tag. It was created by Chrissy at Clever Fox, and it consists of, I think, eight questions that I thought we'd get right to. Number one is, how old is your channel? It's, like I said, it's less than a year old. I believe I remember from the comments of an earlier video that my first video was in March of last year, so we're coming up on it. We're coming up on a 1-year anniversary. Since I won't do the Not a BookTube newbie tag for that anniversary, I'll have to come up with something else to do. Question number two, what are your favorite videos to make? I have a handful of regular videos. I have book repairs and library tours and stalled, but still I'm very happy with it, read along. But I think my favorite is probably book hauls. They are as I've been told, my jam. I am for those of you who might be new to the channel, I am a working professional book reviewer. I get a ton of books in the mail every day, and I've taken to just opening them on camera, which is a lot of fun. And everybody seems to like it, and I certainly do. It was before I started doing that. It was, as friends of mine who know me in real life can attest. It was often melancholy to me that I would get these shipments and have no one around to share them with, no one to talk to about them, no one in the room when I opened them. So that works out just fine for both of us. Question number three, what's one piece of advice you'd give to someone wanting to start BookTube? And this is self-evident. I think everyone who's done this tag has given the same piece of advice. Nevertheless, I echo it. And that piece of advice is, do it. Try it. You already have the equipment that you need. So don't think about that. That's not an obstacle. If you already have a phone, so you can already film videos. That's what I do. I don't have a tripod. I don't have a camera. I don't have any editing software of any kind. I am as bare bones as it gets. And I have a channel with an audience, and I've had a blast. If I can do it, you can do it. I guarantee you I'm older than you are and less technically adept. If you have a phone in your pocket, then you have the means to start a channel. Now, the other hesitation that you might have would be, do I have anything to say? Do I have content for a channel? And you do. You absolutely do. If you have a life that entwines with books, then that life is of interest to other people whose life entwines with books. So my advice is, do it, first of all. And then, as a way to make that less scary, just tell yourself that you're going to make a few videos. You don't have to keep a channel going. They come and fade all the time. Do it and try it and see how it feels. That's all. But don't wuss out and try it putting the videos on private. The whole experience is public. So try a few videos and show them. You're not trying anything if you make videos and list them as private. People have to be able to see them. The audience is part of the experience. But then again, I'm a ham. So I would say that, wouldn't I? And you notice, just to interject here, you'll notice the one question, the thing that question isn't asking, and the thing that isn't in this tag. I couldn't help but notice it. It asks, what piece of advice would you give to someone wanting to start BookTube? But it doesn't ask you to give advice to people about making videos. Just about whether or not they should start making videos, but not about the actual making of videos. I wonder why. Is it assumed that a not a BookTube newbie will still be newbie enough so that he really can't be expected to give you advice on what to do in front of a camera. I don't know. I have a few pieces of advice. Maybe that'll be my 1-year anniversary video. How to make a BookTube video. But anyway, let's, question number 4. Have you run into any unforeseen challenges? I haven't. I had all sorts of problems in mind. I assumed, first of all, that the technology would be a problem. And it isn't. It absolutely isn't. My iPhone 5, in addition to doing everything else in the world, can also make videos. It's as simple as that. And I have all the time in the world. I have tons of things to say about books, for God's sake. If I didn't feel like I was overburdening your subscription feeds, I'd make 3 or 4 videos a day. Sometimes I do anyway. No, I anticipated all sorts of problems, and they haven't materialized. This is easy. I'm very grateful for that. Question number 5. What's your favorite book or series that you read because of BookTube? This one was easy. In fact, it's something we've seen on this channel a couple of times. It was The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry, a historical novel with a gorgeous cover that I first saw being oohed and awed about by the UK booktubers, and got a copy and read it and loved it. And that's that. Okay, unforeseen problems. That would be one of them. My house is fronts on a 4-lane highway, 4-lane road, and fire engines and ambulances ride up and down it all the time. So probably in the course of those 500 videos, there've been a lot of background noises like that, because as you can tell from this video right now, it's always gang up time. There's no such thing on Hyde Park Ave as a singular traffic fire engine. Now you see 3 just went by, and you heard them. 1, 2, 3. But I guarantee before I finish this video, 3 more will have driven by, because they mob any scene. So I don't know why. It's never been true in any other part of Boston where I've lived. But I have sat here and watched 30 emergency response vehicles roaring towards the same destination, which will be a Jamaica Plain side street that can only fit 2. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But you can just listen. And the rest of this, they're not done. The whole of the emergency response services will answer whatever it is those first 3 answered. But anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, the Essex Serpent. Yes, that would. There about other things. I keep a careful eye on what. I've watched tons and tons of booktubers, and I've grown over the course of years to respect each one of them for a certain kind of thing. So if I know that a certain booktuber has a real good ear for a certain kind of writing, then I watch if something excites them, because I trust their judgment. So it's happened many times, but the one that came to mind first of all was the Essex Serpent. And then let's see here. Question number 6 is, what is your favorite aspect of BookTube? I know that it's hackneyed. I know that it's said all the time, but nevertheless, it's true. The community aspect. I had a rocky start with that community, but the community, the group of friends that I have developed since my channel started is, I can't imagine life without it. It's the sort of thing that sounds easy to say. The community, the friendship aspect. It sounds easy to say. It sounds almost trite. And yet, it is the thing that I would insist to back up there to what's a piece of advice you'd give to somebody who's thinking about doing this. You don't realize it. You have no idea how much you'll enjoy it. When that community grows up around your own channel, it's amazing. And that's my favorite aspect by far. Is that we can all talk about these things. We can disagree. We can make fun of each other. We can joke with each other. It's nice. It's very, very nice. Question number 7. Want to spread the BookTube love? Of course I do. Give at least one newbie a shout out. I actually have a newbie in mind. Her name is Natalie. Her channel is Natalie's Nook. I will try to remember to leave the link down below. I really like it. She's pure BookTube material, so I suspect the rest of you will like it as well. And then question number 8 is, who do you tag? And my tag is not a booktuber yet. His name is Jeffrey Keeten, and he did a guest video for Literary Gladiators over on their channel. Again, I will leave a link in which he reviews the new biography of Ulysses S. Grant, and he reviews it. He's a natural. He's reading from some of the time he's reading from notes because he's probably the first time he's ever done this sort of thing in front of a camera, and yet you can tell that he's a natural. And his background is the most mouthwatering personal library you've ever seen in your life, and the whole time the video is commencing, you can hear the click, click, click of a little quadruped's nails on the floor. Those are the scattered ingredients of a BookTube channel. Now he is a great literary blog, and he's also a prolific reviewer for Goodreads, but he hasn't made the jump to BookTube, and I think he just needs a little encouragement in that regard. Every comment on his guest video for Literary Gladiators said the same thing that mine did, was that you need a BookTube channel right away. Give it a try. And I think he just needs a little more encouragement, and then we'll have netted another great book person. That's what everybody who's a book person should be on BookTube, so, as far as I'm concerned. So I tag Jeffrey Keeten, and I will leave a link to his info down below. And what he does with it is up to him. He obviously has a camera. He obviously has a background. He obviously has tons of books to talk about. That's all you need. So it won't imperil your written reviews. It won't imperil anything. It will just add something to your life. How many chances do you get to do that? So that he's who I tag. And that is the not a BookTube newbie tag, because I guess I'm not a newbie anymore. That's a strange feeling. But I'm not going to argue with it. And it has put a smile on my face on this bleak and barren Sunday. So I'll sign off for now and bask in the afterglow. Thank you, BookTube.